New national numbers show overdose deaths in the U.S. are going up, some say at an alarming rate, just since last year.
Now, Fort Wayne's NBC reporter Vince Lovergene is bringing that national issue home to the fort tonight, talking with a Fort Wayne mom who endured a terrible loss when her son overdosed. Vince?
Teresa Juliette is a founding member of JAVA, which stands for Justice, Accountability, and Victims Advocacy. She lost her son Chris last year from an overdose, and just tonight, she told me seeing that spike in those numbers is troubling and hopes something can be done.
It is very concerning.
Teresa Juliette lost her 23-year-old son from an overdose last year. She says hearing that there was a 29% increase in overdose deaths in the U.S. in 2020 made her pain even worse.
It's taken lives. It took my son's life. And I really think, that's why awareness is so important to us. Because if we could save one child from, making the mistake that my son made, then, that's the most important.
According to the U.S. government, overdose deaths soared to a record 93,000 last year. Dr. Timothy Kowalski is a Parkview psychologist who specializes in addiction. He talked about what he's seeing with his practice.
We as a society have looked down on these people for so long, and it's like, oh, they're just, they have weak willpower, they're bad people, they're morally corrupt. No, they have a disease process that hijacks their brain. When you're withdrawing from these substances, your frontal lobe, which helps you make logical, normal decisions, isn't working the way it's supposed to.
The new government data indicates that the pandemic was a factor in the increase in overdose deaths, but Juliette says she doesn't believe it was a direct cause.
The fact that they can easily get their hands on these drugs that will kill them, that's the issue. Whether or not they're confined to their homes and in isolation and quarantine, I think that matters none.
She talked about the changes she says she wants to see.
The change in the laws, the change in the drug testing, and the increase in the charges on something that is so lethal. So I would like to see the charges be equivalent to the lethalness of the drug.
That new government information also says fentanyl accounted for 60% of drug overdose deaths last year. As for Juliette, she says she's dedicated to helping others who are going through similar struggles as her son was.